Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be playing Blitz, and my goal is to copy I Want Checkmate. Fantastic YouTuber. You should check him out. My goal is to play a Blitz game using my real rating, and I need to say every move. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, we've got a game. We're playing as black. He went D4, so I'm going to go ahead and go D5. And let's see. Okay, so he goes knight to C3. Is that right? Yeah, C3. Okay. And I'm gonna go. Let me think. Oh man.
2,000 years later.
It's defended. So I'm gonna bring my bishop out to F5. That gets a nice little diagonal. He brings his bishop out to F4. I'm gonna go E6. Let me think here. What's he gonna do next? What's he gonna do?
I'm already upset. What you got next?
Oh my goodness. He pushes F3. Pushes to F3. I'm running low on time. Not running low, but I've already used 30 seconds. What's his plan here? It's to push into the middle, right? So H6. I'm trying not to look at the actual letters and numbers here so that I can get better at actually calling it out. Okay, so he does do the little plan that I thought he was gonna do. Okay, he pushes E4, and I'm okay with taking on D5, so I'm gonna bring my bishop back to, I looked at it, H7. Okay, he pushes to E5. That kind of cramps my pieces a little bit. I think I'm gonna rewrite my knight from E7 to F5, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think F5 is going to be a nice little... Oh, well, that's not... Well, you know, it is happening. I'm going to bring my knight out to F5. He brought his bishop out to D3. Common square for the late squared bishop in the London system. Getting this pawn up, kind of playing like a reverse London from the black side. And bringing my knight out to... Oh, by bringing my pawn to C6. And then bring my knight to... D7. Okay, he brings his knight to E2. Maybe I actually just push for the center. I'm not gonna lie here. I'll actually go. Yeah, you know what? I'll go C5. C5 looks pretty strong here. This is kind of a weak pawn. This pawn chain can't connect. This pawn can't connect. So I think I'll just attack the center. Gonna try and see. He does have a weak F pawn. And then he also has some other weaknesses, so I think I want to try and capitalize on that. He is threatening to mess up my pawn structure. I don't think I'm too interested in that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to take with the knight. And then I think I will just go ahead and take here. He has to take back with the queen. I don't think I want to do that though. I think I'm okay with taking here first. Yeah, if he takes this, then I take here, and I've won a pawn. Oh my gosh, have I been talking about the squares? When did I stop talking about the squares? He goes to E2, C5. Oh, he went to G3. Then I took on G3. Then he took on G3. Then I took E4. And now he's put his knight on B5, which, fun for me, I get to give him a little check on H5. Nope, A5, right? Yeah, A5. Okay, I've got 3 minutes here. Spent an extra minute just calling out the names of the pieces. Having a hard time doing this. Well, this is how we get better. You know what I mean? So I think this is not under attack, actually, now that I realize it. But I am defending. So I think I'm going to go ahead and try to attack some of these pieces here. Oh, actually, I almost just hung my my queen. I'm going to go ahead and take there. And now this spot is kind of up for grabs. So I think I'm just going to move my king. And because we're in an endgame now that the queens are gone. He does get this pawn back, but I am pretty happy with my position here. I would like to... okay, so he takes... I tactic here. So I brought my out to a5. I took on d2. He took back on d2. I moved my king to d7, and now he took my pawn on d4, and I moved my knight to c6. Okay, he moves his knight over to b5, right? Yep, b5. Okay, he's not really threatening anything. I think I just want to kick him back out. He does not belong here. I think he's trying to go here, but I don't really... Do I really care? Oh, here. I mean, he's trying to get to d6. Do I really care? I don't think so. I think I'm just going to push him. I'm okay if he wants to hang out right there. I think I'm just going to... right there. I mean on d6. d6. I'm going to push to b5 where he just was. Knight doesn't really have any other place to go.
Thank you. What the fuck, man? Thank you.
Oh, dang it. Low man. Okay. Wasn't really a fan of that. The bishop is eyeing the bishop. The knight is eyeing the rook on h8. Bishop on h7. I think I'm losing material here. Not really sure what to do in a position like this. I think I'm gonna go ahead, and I don't like losing a piece. I'd rather trade a piece, so I will take his bishop. He's gonna take here, and he's gonna get away. I think that's okay. What I want to do is I want to just bring my bishop back here, and yeah, he's gonna go. Oh, sorry, he's back here. I want to take on d3. He's gonna take on h8. I'm gonna go back to f5. Damn it, I'm looking at him. And then he goes back to f7. Man, I'm running low on time here. I think I just gotta make a move. So I'll just bring out my bishop. Bring my bishop back down. Maybe I should have just brought him here to begin with. Back down to h7. h7, right? Yep. After he brought his knight to d6. Okay, so he brought his rook over to d1. I'm gonna bring my rook over to I think I'm gonna push. Nope, I can't push. Oh my god, I'm running a low on time. I'm gonna bring my rook over to f8. He brings his rook over to e1. I'm gonna go ahead and take on d6. I can't help it anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and attack this pawn. I'm gonna move my knight over to d4 and attack the pawn on c2. Dude, this is exhausting. I don't know how people do this naturally. Okay, he's attacking this square and my knight at the same time. I think I'm gonna defend this pawn, but he's gonna put... I'm gonna move the knight to f5, defend the pawn on g7, but I think he's gonna move his pawn to g4, and it's gonna kick my knight, and I'm gonna have to retreat it somewhere. And I think I'm gonna take this pawn right here on d6. Wow, I didn't even see that until he pushed the pawn, because I'm so focused on saying the words. I did eventually get this. That makes me really happy. I'm gonna take back on d6 after he took on d6. He brought his rook up. I think he's about to double his rooks. I need to just start moving fast. So, oh my god, he brought his rook to e3. I brought my rook to f6. He brought his rook to e1. I'm gonna I think it's toast, dude. I'm gonna push my pawn to g5. Somehow pushing this? No, bringing my bishop up to g6, and I'm gonna concede the pawn that's on a6. Okay, he's really doubling down here. I'm actually gonna push my pawn on to b4 so that he can't move his rook there. I am going to move my pawn. Oh my god, he took on a6. I'm gonna move my bishop to g6. He's gonna take this pawn on e6. My rating is going to go down. I'm playing against a 1200 here. Do I trade? I have to, because the bishop is under attack. So I'll go ahead and trade, I guess. The bishop is under attack, so I will scoot the bishop back to attack. They took on e6. Now he took on h6. The bishop is still kind of under attack. I'm gonna move my king up. He's attacking my bishop. I'm gonna attack him back. He moved his rook to h7. I moved mine to g6. My bishop to g6. He moved his rook to g7. I need to move my bishop. I'm gonna move it to e8. My goodness. Okay, he took on g5. I'm gonna move my bishop to b4 or b5. Okay, he pushed his rook over to e5. I'm gonna move my knight to d4. Okay, he attacked there. I'm gonna go ahead and move my bishop all the way up to f1. Kind of hitting a flow state here. I think I'm gonna win. I think I'm gonna win this. I could feel it. I can feel the colors. He pushed to a4. I'm gonna move to a3. He pushed to g5. I'm gonna move my bishop to g4. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He pushed to g6. Uh-oh. What do I do? What do I do? I'm gonna... Desperado. I'm gonna push my pawn to b3. Okay, he took. Okay. Alright, what do I do? Alright, I'm gonna go for a stalemate. Hopefully finding a way to stalemate myself. Maybe I do want to actually... Okay, he pushed to h7, pushed to h8. I'm gonna push onto d4. I gotta find a way to stalemate myself. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose, you know what I'm saying? So he brought his queen up to h5. So my king, who was on e5, needed to move to b4. I'm gonna push to d3, baby. He's gonna take back with his pawn. I'm gonna take on b3. That's right, the b3 pawn, it's mine. Now, I want this b2 pawn. He's not gonna give it to me. Not gonna give it to me, but I am looking to get some form of I just all I need. I moved it to a2. All I need, queen. Oh my goodness. Oh, rats, man. That was forced. Okay, so he had to, wow, only one blunder. I had to move to a2. He moved his king to c2. And so then a1 was forced. King to a1 was forced. King to a1 was forced, and then he moved his rook to a8. And I was hoping that he would move his queen to h1, or even e1 would have worked. That would have been a perfect stalemate for me. And that's gonna wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for watching. That was really difficult for me. I did not enjoy that at all. Hopefully you guys had fun watching me struggle, or learned something about calling the squares. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember not to like or subscribe, because I may never post again. So thank you. All right, bye.